All right, you guys, we are back and we are live. Welcome back to our daily live feed. As you are logging on, if you would like to come work with me, suitsandposing.com is where you have to go. We do hair, makeup, suits and posing, all the fun stuff when it comes to competing. If you are logging on Instagram, that's cool, but we will be screen sharing over on YouTube and Facebook. So jump on in over to our YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed there yet, you need to subscribe. Say hello when you get on in the comments. And when you subscribe to the YouTube channel, comment. Not just during the live feed, but also when we're done and it goes back up onto the replay, go back and comment for me because that helps us with the algorithms. I appreciate everybody coming on live and having the discussion with us because it is a lot of fun when you guys chat in and comment in. With that too, as we get through this, we are going to have this webinar right here tomorrow. Okay, this is a free webinar. If you are looking to get a competition suit, this right here will help you determine what you need, right? Scan that code right there. It's a free webinar, okay? So that teaches you everything you need to know to get a winning competition suit. That's what we do. Kind of what we do. Welcome, you guys. Welcome. Say hello when you log on. What's up, Jared? We're going to give it another minute or so until you guys get on here, and then we're going to roll right into the preview of the Wasatch Warrior because this is a big one. This is a big one, you guys. This is a big show, and I got things to say about it. I got things to say. I always got things to say. What's up, guys? So again, if you're on Instagram, jump on over to YouTube. It's quiet tonight. Like, where is everybody? Say hello. We're here. Say hi. We're getting into the meat of the season right now. This is when the shows are going to start getting crazy, right? Yeah. There we go. Now we got some people commenting. I'm not by myself. Thank you. I'm like, where is everybody? Everybody's so quiet. There we go. 2 nights in a row. I love it. Yeah. All right. Awesome. Now we got some people talking. Thank you. I don't want to be talking to myself. All right, guys. Let's roll into this now that we're in this a few minutes. And I think everybody has gotten a chance to see notifications pop up and all that. This is a big show, you guys. Hello. Yes, I love it. Yes, comment. Say you're here. I love this. Awesome. And like I said, if you are on Instagram, we are going to be screen sharing photos and things like that over on YouTube. So it's a better experience when you're on YouTube versus Instagram. So come on over. So let's share this pro list. It is a big one. And they are just going to get crazier from here, I feel like. So, okay. Here is our pro list for this weekend. I don't know. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 girls. Okay. And who knows? We may have a few more pop in. But these pro lists, I feel like from now on are going to start getting really crazy because at this point, some people have had a chance to take a break from the Olympia and they're going to start coming back. We don't have a long season this year. We have a short season this year. So that means that all of these girls that qualified at the Olympia last year got to come back like now if they want to try and qualify for this coming year, right? So there's a lot of names on this list that could be potentials. And then there's a lot of names on this list that are like pro debuts and things like that. So I'm going to kind of go through the ones that stuck out to me. I did look everybody up and I pulled up some of the ones that have placed top fives just so we can kind of go through them. And I'll give you my 2 cents as far as who I think is probably going to, end up in those top 5 or so, right? And potentially win. I'm going to pull out my pen and paper so I'm taking notes right along with this too, so I don't forget who I talk about. So first on the list, the first name that pops out to me as I'm going through all of this is Amy. Okay, so Amy is already qualified for the Olympia. She placed 6th at the Olympia this past year, and she won the Clash. So right out of the gate, she would be the one that we're looking at as your potential, your potential winner here. Like, it's going to be difficult to beat her. Can it be done? Absolutely. She's been beaten in the past. She has been beaten in the past. Here's a good picture right there. She's halfway into her pose. So she's been beaten in the past, but she's going to be hard to beat. Now, we talked about her at Border Clash. She wasn't quite full enough at Border Clash, and I, saw that she had missed a meal, her prejudging meal or whatever. So if she comes back in to Wasatch and looks better and she's fuller, she's going to be very, very hard to beat. Okay. She's going to be your front runner, right? I think she will likely win this, but there's a lot of variables, right? There's a lot of variables going into this. There's some girls in this show, in Wasatch, that came very close, that were in the top 5. They're going to be competing again. So if one of them comes in looking a little bit better, that could be what pushes them up and over the edge. But I do think she's going to come in looking better too. I think she's going to come in a little bit fuller. And I think it's going to be hard to beat her. I think it's going to be hard to beat her. I think she's going to fix the fullness issue. And then that's going to be very difficult. So just straight out of the gate, I think she's probably going to be your front runner, right? I don't think anybody would probably disagree with me on that. I think we're thinking, she's probably going to be the odds-on favorite to win. Now, going into our next one that I've pulled up is Malu. So Malu Duarte, she has placed decent. She's gotten some top 5 placings going forward. She has not qualified for the Olympia yet, but she's got a great look. She's very pretty. She's very full and round. Here we go. She's got a great, great shape to her. Just the roundness of her muscle is amazing, right? And she's also got a great presence on stage. So this could be a very good sign for her. This could be a very good show for her. If she does do well at this show, this is going to be very good for her going in through the season. I can definitely see her in the top 5. I don't know if she will win it. But she has the potential to. And she's been off stage for a little bit too. She hasn't been on stage since the summer. So she's had some time to make some improvements, do whatever it was that the judges told her she needed to do and come back better. So I do think that she could be a threat, and who knows, like I said, if she comes back a little bit better, she could end up being the one that takes this. I do see her in the top 5. Currently, just with her current look, I don't see her winning it, but this was this past summer. So it's very possible that she's better since then, right? So there's her back shot. She needs some more size, which she could have grown, right? So we'll just see what happens. Now, again, like I said, coming into this, I don't see her winning it with this look, but if her look is improved, I don't know. We could see some changes here. We're going to see that with a lot of these girls. A lot of these girls have not been on stage for a while. So they could come back better. And then who knows whose game it is, right? So let's go to our next name, which is going to be Brittany. So Brittany just took second to Amy. Okay. She just took second at Border Clash. Nice full round look. Had some posing things she needed to work on, in my opinion. I feel like her physique is right there. I just think she needs a few tweaks with her poses to put her up in the top spot. I do think that winning a show is something she could do. It could be here. It could be here. If she fixes this front pose a little bit, some people had mentioned too, she smiles more, that would be helpful, that kind of thing. She was nice and full. Now, when we look at the balance, I think that Amy does have better balance and a better shape overall, just genetically, but Brittany has some nice full roundness. So this could be very, very tight. I do think she's going to be in the hunt here. I do think she's going to be probably in those top 3 spots. I'm writing down these names too, so I make sure I don't forget who I'm talking about. And she could be the dark horse here. She could be the one to dethrone. We'll see. Let's see. Next name that I have on here is Natalie Matthews. Now, I pulled her up because she hasn't been on stage in 2 years, right? She has taken top 5 placings in the past. Now, do I think she's going to win this show? Probably not. I don't think she's going to come in and just blow it out of the water the first time. Sometimes you got to kick off that dust, all those kinds of things. But I am looking forward to seeing her changes. I am looking forward to seeing her improvements. I am looking forward to seeing what she brings to the stage. And I do think she could be a potential dark horse getting into the top 5. She's got a fantastic shape, fantastic look. So I'm excited to see what she actually brings to the stage and see how competitive she's going to be. And of course, like I said, this is her first show coming back after 2 years off. So there's going to be some rust to kick off. There's going to be a few things she's going to have to do in order to improve and things like that. But I can see her in the first call out. I can see her in the top 5. And we'll just see how that plays out for her, right? And then it's just about making consistent improvements from there, right? So I'm looking forward to seeing her back on stage. The next name I have pulled up is Kathy. So Kathy just competed in the Clash as well, and she just took 3rd in the Clash, and I believe this was her pro debut. So there's some significant improvements she could make in the last couple of weeks that would make a big, big difference in her overall look. We talked about some things like the fullness in her shoulders. We talked about her suit cut, things like that. So if she comes back in and fixes a few of these things, I think she's still going to need some more size in general, specifically up on top. The suit cut was a big thing for me. I think if she fixes that suit cut, then her actual shape is going to show a lot better than what she put on stage, from the front and from the back. So let's take a look at her back shot. So here's her back shot here. So if you guys remember, I mentioned her back coverage on her suit was way too much. So I feel like if she fixes that, that could be significant here. Now, where I think she's going to have an issue is conditioning. Talked about this with Priscilla as well. She needs to come in tighter from the back, but if she does that, she's going to lose what little shoulders she has. So she did get a new suit cut. Good. She needed a new suit cut. Really needed a new suit cut, you guys. So that's a good thing. So the issue is that she's probably going to have the same problem that Priscilla had, where if you come in tighter from the back, you're going to lose anything you got up top. So we'll see how that happens. Again, these are little tweaks and things like that that could end up pushing her in the right direction, or they could end up going backwards too. So we'll see. We'll see how this plays out for her. She did just place 3rd. I think she's going to be outside of the top 3 this time. I think that this lineup is a lot stronger. I think we're going to see probably Amy, Malou, and Brittany, like I said, surpass her. But it's anybody's game when they get into this lineup here. So we've got a few more names to pull up too that could be potential, again, dark horses. We got a lot of girls that haven't competed in a while. So when they do get on stage, it's going to be interesting. Next we have is Carly. So Carly, again, another Border Clash girl, just took 4th at Border Clash. So you see, these girls all just took top 5 placings just a few weeks ago. So they're going to come in wanting to do better, but they're going to have tougher competition, right? This Wasatch Warrior show is going to be tougher than Border Clash. Okay. So again, this is another girl that could make a few adjustments that would make a big difference for posing, things like that. We talked about this when we wrapped up Border Clash. But again, she just took 4th. Now she's going into a tougher lineup. I'm sure that her goal is that she wants to move up. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, though. Not sure. I don't personally see her in the top 5 at this show, again, because it's tougher. But who knows? It's anybody's game. This is why these shows are going to start to get really interesting, right? These shows are going to start to get really interesting. I think she needs, like I said before, there's some tweaks in her back pose, things like that. Like her hair needs to be cut shorter, but she needs more glutes in general. She needs to grow a little bit. We talked about this on the wrap up. She needs to grow a little bit in order to be a little bit more competitive in these bigger lineups. So I do think she's going to drop out of the top 5, but we'll see. We'll see. It's all going to come down to what happens on Saturday, right? Next up, we have Jessica. And I saw Jessica logged on Instagram. So if you're still on there, hi, Jessica. So Jessica is a 2-time Olympian, has won some big shows like Chicago, that kind of thing. And from what I've heard from Jessica herself, she's bringing in an improved package from Olympia. So I'm looking forward to seeing what she does this particular show. It's been a few months off for her, just kind of making some improvements, that kind of thing. And I've mentioned this before. When it comes to her posing, I think that she has one of the best front poses in the game. Oh, I thought that was a fully posed pose. It's not. There, that's better. I think she has one of the best, most balanced front poses in the game, where her critiques have always lied have been in her glutes. So if she's coming back with a little bit more fullness and roundness in her glutes to measure up to people like, Amy, that kind of thing, this could be a very, very tough show. This could be a very, very tough show. Write her down too. I do have her in my top 5. And again, I think all of these physiques are going to compare really well to each other too, guys. I think that's the other thing that's going to be crazy. So, let's pull up the next one we have up here. Oops. All right. Sorry, my live paused for a second. We're back. Okay. So the next girl that I pulled up here was Savannah. She did place top 5 at Sasquatch this past year. I think she's going to be too muscular unless she has taken some critiques and toned it down a little bit. I think she's going to be too big and too hard to, whatever, if she comes in with something like this at this particular show. But if she took her critiques from the last show, then who knows? She could come in a lot different and better for the criteria, right? Placed her in there because she did place top 5 at Sasquatch. So it's somebody we got to take a look at. I do think she's going to be a little bit muscular for this show. So I don't necessarily think she's going to be in the top 5, but she could surprise me, right? She could surprise me. Now I have a question on this, you guys. I thought I saw that Brittany Hamilton was competing like on her Instagram. Am I correct on that? Somebody help me out. Comment for me because I don't see her on the list. Somebody help me? Is she competing? I'll give it a minute. Because that's going to determine my top 5 if she is. Anybody know? Oh, she's doing Charlotte. Oh, okay. For some reason, I saw her say something. Okay. I thought I saw it said something about peak week. I guess I misunderstood that. I just saw it as I was scrolling through. So never mind. Okay. So I don't know. Then I don't know who to put in my top 5. Goodness. What do you guys have? Put your top 5s in there, guys. Put your top 5s. I have 4. I have 4 for my top. So leaving that 5, 6 spaces open. Type in who you got. Yeah, and I was going to put her in my top 5 if she's in this show, but I guess she's not in this show. I do think she's going to be a little bit different as far as her physique and stuff like that's concerned than the top 4 that I have here. So I was going to put her probably towards the end of the top 5. But I don't know. I still have Amy winning this, but I think it's going to be very, very tight between Amy, Brittany, and Jessica, with Malou in that 4th place spot. I think Malou, depending on how much size she's put on, she's still going to be a little bit shy of how much size she's going to need, specifically in the glutes, because these girls have some glutes. But the other girls that I all mentioned, they could all squeak into that top 5, the ones that I talked about before. But I think it's going to be very, very tight between the top 3, with Malou on the outside of that top 3. I think Malou will be in that 4th place spot. And it's just going to be a matter of the girls I've just mentioned here, whoever comes in at their best, I think could end up in that 5th place spot, right? Amy, Brittany, Malou, and Jess. Yeah, I just don't. Unfortunately, like I said, I would if Brittany was in this. I'm sorry, Brittany Hamilton, so that we know who I'm referring to. I'm saying Brittany Gillespie. I think Brittany Gillespie is going to be in the top 4. If Brittany Hamilton was in this show, then I would have put her in there as well. But she's not. So my bad. With that, I think it's going to come down to Amy, Brittany, and Jessica for the top 3. And I think Malu's going to be in that 4th place spot. That's going to be my 2 cents. Going into it, your front runner would be Amy because she just came off of a win. But again, she's not unbeatable. She did get beaten last year at Nashville, so she's not unbeatable. But she's very, very strong competition, and she's going to be hard to beat. So whoever does come in, if somebody does come in and they do beat her, then that's going to be really interesting going forward, right? Yeah, I agree. I think if Brittany Gillespie fixes her posing, I think she's going to be very, very tough. Very, very tough. Agree. Malu, Jessica, Brittany. Everybody seems to pretty much agree with what I'm saying here. So everybody seems to agree. Yeah, I don't think that Ashley Kay is going to just show up last minute. She's not one that just shows up. She always has it planned out at least a week in advance, at least. She's not going to just show up and jump in. While she does typically do this show, I don't think she's just going to show up. So, but I feel pretty strongly about this top 4. It's just going to be a matter of who looks their best and who takes it. Again, with Amy being the front runner on this particular show. But these girls are going to give her a run for their money for sure. So with that, there is another show in Korea, but there's only like 4 girls in it. So congratulations. You all got top 5. So that's our preview. Now, again, looking at this list, here's the thing, guys. There's some girls on this list that we haven't seen yet that are pro debuts that have not done a pro stage debut yet. And we saw Brittany come out and kill her pro debut. So this could really go, and we could have a dark horse jump in, right? There is in my predictions, there's a 5th place spot that is wide open, right? So this could be interesting. This could be very interesting. So I'm curious to see if any of our, pro debuts come out and kind of shock us. I looked through most of the photos and I feel pretty confident in my top 4, but we'll see. We'll see how it all goes down. What do you guys think? From what everybody's been commenting in, it sounds like y'all pretty much agree with me. Right? But it's going to be a fun show. Do they have a live stream? They typically do. They typically have a live stream. Yeah, the dark horse thing is always a lot of fun, right? You just never know. Somebody could come in and just take the whole thing, right? They could come in and just take the whole thing. So I'm assuming I can't see the actual address. I hope done and then hit start driving. So excited. Jessica's on Instagram there. So, well, Jessica, if you get a chance, I'm also over on YouTube as well. So this will go up and you can listen to it and watch it on YouTube as well. And again, for those of you that are watching here, please subscribe to my YouTube channel too. And make sure you like and comment. And when this live goes up after the repost, go back and actually comment again too. That's helpful for us again with the algorithm and all of that. That helps us be seen more, right? Malu's 4 pounds heavier. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I'm like, I know some of these girls are planning on bringing some big improvements. I know I talked to Jessica and I know she's planning on bringing some big improvements. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, as much as Amy is a front runner here, this could be somebody's chance to kind of come out and shock some people. So there's always that opportunity for people. And I'm excited to see how it plays out. I'm excited this is a fun show too. I did this show when it was Salt Lake City, when it was the Salt City Showdown. There's Jessica. There she is over on YouTube. Jumped over. So I'm curious to see how it all plays out. I'm excited to see how it all plays out. And like I said, I'm going to see if they have a live stream or something so I can get some video. Even if they don't, Jessica, I'm sure you got somebody there that can get me some video. Somebody give me some video. I just need some video. I hate when I can't do wrap ups with video because video makes such a huge difference. It's such a big difference in versus photos. We cannot see everything through photos. It just doesn't work. So with that, you guys, that is our preview for this evening. Like I said, if you need a competition suit for yourself, we have our free webinar sign up right here. This QR code at suitsandposing.com. Our website is new. We just launched it the other day. So go check it out because we upgraded everything. So go check it. It's a lot better than what we had before. It's a lot easier to navigate, all of that. And this live stream, this webinar is tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you get on there with me, I will teach you how to get the perfect competition suit for yourself. and all the things that you need to know. And give you a good deal too. Just got to be on the webinar for it. So with that, you guys, I hope you've had a fantastic Wednesday tonight. Tomorrow, like I said, we will be on live tomorrow too, and we will do our program update tomorrow. So tomorrow, come with your prep and off-season questions and all those kinds of things, and we'll go through that tomorrow night. Those are always fun. We had a lot of interaction on Thursdays, so I love that. And with that, you guys, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening. I am going to let you go, and I'm excited to see how this whole show plays out this coming weekend. And this is, to me, the real kickoff of the season. Like, we are going to start seeing some massive players start coming out in the next few weeks, the next month, when we get all these top tier shows. I know we don't have the tier system anymore. I know that, but they're still top tier shows. It is what it is. So we're going to see a lot of Olympians coming out and trying to get their qualifications solidified. So here we go, guys. This is the start of it. This is it. This is it right here. Okay. So have a great night, you guys. Come to my free webinar tomorrow, suitsandposing.com, if you need to work with me. Also, if you want to get like posing or something like that with me too, you can go to suitsandposing.com. It has all of it there now for you. Let me know what you think with the new website. Come back, subscribe, like, comment, share, all the fun stuff. All that fun stuff. Right? Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go off of Instagram first, and then we will go off of YouTube.